Hey guys, it's Jim Bounds at Motorhome Rehab Ranch. And before we get started today, for you guys that follow me on a weekly basis, and I've been off for a week or so. I appreciate all the support you guys are giving me about this cancer thing. For you guys that don't know it, I got prostate cancer and it's moved into my spine, and so we've been doing chemo and radiation and all that. And it's wearing on me, brother. I had the last chemo last week, so if I can find my way out of the bag one more time, we'll be good. As the video says today, I'm going to talk about two options on dash air conditioner. And the first option comes from ranch hand Robert. Thank you, Robert. He's one of those kind of guys that just won't have it until he just makes it right. And now these pictures will be at the bottom of the video. But Robert has a 76, has this vent at the bottom, and as all you guys know, 76 has all the air comes out of the middle, no air comes out of the sides because they cut a hole in the air box, right? This is the type 2 air conditioner. Now type 1, guys that have 73s and 74s, I'm sorry, this might help a little bit, but you still have a bit of a problem, okay? 77s and 78s, they had enough baffling in there that it actually didn't do too bad. It's not going to blow your hair or anything, but it wasn't too bad. But let's talk about the 76 for a minute. Under the passenger front hood, you got your big dash AC box. And in the top right corner, you have an opening. And in that opening, you'll see a capillary tube, vacuum tube running in here. And there is a diaphragm right here with a rod that goes down. And where it goes down to is there's a door. There's a door down here that this thing pulls up and allows the air to get into here. Make sense? The problem is this is not recycled air. It's outside air that goes in there. And what goes in there? Air, water, bees, dirt daubers, rats, squirrels. That's a heck of a hole. They love to get in here and build a nest. The problem is with our air conditioners, there are 14 90-degree bends in the dash AC system. And each time that you bend air, you cut down the pressure by 50%. So by the time the air comes out of the dash, it's just nothing. Now in 76, one of the engineers got a bright idea, and he cut a hole. He cut a slot in this air box down here. And when you open it up, all the air goes right out of here. The problem is it's recirculated air. It's not recirculated air, it's outside air. The recirculating system on the 73s and 4s, there's a thing over here doesn't work. There's so many bends in that system, it doesn't work. So if you get rid of the bends, some of the bends, you'll have more air. So what Robert did, he cut a hole. When you pull off this box, when you pull this off, you're going to have inside here the blower, and right here he cut a hole. Take the front off and cut a hole right here. What does that do? It lets the air come into, hang on. It lets the air come into where the glove box is, because it's cut in the firewall right there. And we're going to close this off. We're going to close that off. We're going to do away with this diaphragm here. okay? Because we want to be able to open that door, absolutely open it. So what he's got is a choke cable right here. What that thing does, it opens this door, okay? Now, like I said, it goes into the glove box area. Well, this is really unique. You cut a couple of holes in the bottom of the dash where it goes into the glove box area. Put a piece of foam right here. Put another piece of foam on the other side. So the air, the recirculating air, comes in the bottom of the dash right here, circulates through where the glove box is. Smart idea. And then it goes directly in the box right here. The choke cable he's got opens up the door, and you get recirculated air. And you've cut off a 90-degree bend right here. There's a 90-degree bend right there. You cut it off because the blower is right here. It's right inside. Also, air comes up. It goes right into, so he's cut off another 90-degree bend. It's a great idea. So what happened? When he opens this up, a lot more air comes out the middle. Now, in 77, 78, like I said, they baffled it, where they cut down the airflow in some of them and made the airflow go to the other. So if you take your door right here and close it off partially and baffle it, it will allow the other vents to get air. All these other vents, they'll get a little bit of air. Shh, works. Smart guy. I call Robert a steely-eyed missile man because this was a great little idea. If you're not going to do something, in a minute I'm going to show you the second option. But if you're trying to get something out of it and you have a 76, probably would work on a 73, 74. Probably would, because it would give more airflow to the vents that are there. So it probably would help to have it to cut off the input here and recirculate going through on the inside, going through here and going into there. It probably would help a 73 or 74 as well. But as you guys know, so the original air conditioner at 50 years, guys, at 50 years, we're not talking about a 2010 Toyota where we're looking for, a couple of vacuum lines or something like that. This is an old, decrepit air conditioner system. The real way to fix it is to put in a new air conditioner. Now, this video is going to go in our database next to the other dash air conditioner video, so I really want you to watch that. But this is a Old Air Products Hurricane number 3100. Okay. And if you watch the video, we talk about how to do it. Now, the first ingredient to do it is you have to take your dash apart. Take a look here. You have to actually go in here and take the dash off to get into where that air box is. So if you're going to work with the air conditioner, you want to do the whole dash at one time. Does that make sense? Because you're going to get in there, you're going to rip out all of these vents, you're going to run separate ducts from this unit to each one of these vents. You're going to do some modifications, so you're going to have to pull the dash apart. All right, so we'll get that in a minute, don't worry about it. So this dash air conditioner system and again, watch the other video, but you're taking out the old box and you're going to build a new box and put this unit in there. And then you're going to put your dash back together. So at the same time, like this ranch hand did a treatment on the top, put a new dash cluster in here. Because why? Because he had it all apart. You see what I'm saying? And you say, well, man, that's a lot of work. It is. But if you do the dash, it's a lot less work because you're amateurizing the labor that you're expending out of refinishing your dash. And if you want to do that, I've done some videos about how to do the dash, and call me, of course. Right? The old Air 3100 does not use vacuum. It has electric servos, so the vents open fully. One of the problems with the original one, that door that the vacuum diaphragm opens, the dash pot, doesn't always open all the way or close all the way. So you get mixed air. Also, you know about the baffle from between the heater box and the evaporator. When you take the front off, there's a large vent that the cable that your dash slide heat controls, all it is a baffle. Well, that baffle had a gasket on it that probably rotted off in 1989. So if you're going to go in here, you want to replace that baffle with a piece of headliner material, because that'll lock off all the heat. Problem is, if you have the heat blending into the evaporator, again, it makes it not work as well. So doing the 76 modification, there's a few more things to do in there. Mike's going to be working on his. I'll show you what to do. But the real way to do it, the real way to get real air out, is to go to this 3100, pull your dash apart. You don't have to go to a Mac dash, but I would say more than 50% of this dash support here is being held up by the steering column, because it's all ABS plastic and it's all falling apart. So you've got a lot of things in here to fix. So this is not a small job, it's a big job. Part of the job is doing the dash air. You're going to have about the best part of probably $2,000 in materials to do this. Of course, this you just can have the other one on the original. You just have a bunch of cuss words and a choke cable. But so the dash air conditioner is real nice to have. You say, why? Well, you got that big windshield up there. It's letting all that heat in. And it just gets hot. It's real nice to have air coming from the front. A lot of people will put fans up there. They work. But it'd be nice to have an air coming out of the dash. All right. Well, look, if you have any questions or anything like that about this, or you want to try one of these things, give me a call. Maybe I'll get you in touch with Ranch Hand Robert, and he'll give it to you. Give it to you first person. Look, thanks for the support. Thanks for everything. I'm on the mend. We'll get some more videos coming out soon. I've got a whole pile of them ready to go. Matter of fact, I'm going to do another one here. I'm going to put 2 videos out here in the next couple of days. So stay tuned. All right. Look, thanks a lot. Thanks for your support. If you'd like to be a ranch hand, go to the front page. You can set that up. You guys that are on YouTube, go to the Patreon page right here. You shoot that with your phone. That'll take you directly to Motorhome Rehab Ranch on Patreon, and there'll be information there on how to become a ranch hand. All right. Well, look, thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.